Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Chapter 2.3, How Successful Were Attempts to Improve International Relations from 1924 to 29. Economic Recovery and Reconstruction. To fund the war, countries left the gold standard and printed more money, which weakened currencies. This led to inflation all over Europe. The recovery was slow. France and Britain appointed ministers of reconstruction. Nations started returning to the gold standard as the situation improved. The role of the USA. The U.S. faced high inflation and rising unemployment. However, the U.S. emerged as the world's leading economy. The U.S. entered the period of Roaring Twenties, a period of economic boom and surge in consumerism. Aims and impacts of international treaties and conference. The London Conference of 1924, chaired by Charles Dawes, led to the Dawes Plan, which included withdrawal of French and Belgian troops in the war, reconstruction of Germany's reparations, such as annual payments, a large foreign loan to Germany, mainly from the USA. As a result of the Dawes Plan, France and Belgium withdrew from the war, signaled a shift in French policy, and opened the door for improvement in French and German relations. The Locarno Conference from 1925. This was held in Switzerland and aimed to increase stability and security in Europe. The key agreement was that Britain, France, and Belgium pledged to respect their borders established by the Treaty of Versailles, and that no military action was allowed unless it was defensive. The Treaty of Mutual Guarantee. Britain and Italy agreed to assist any country attacked in violation to the treaties, and Britain promised to protect France. Mussolini was focused on building peaceful relations with European powers. The conference was made by Gustav Stresemann, the German foreign minister. The European powers welcomed the treaty and peace began. The Kellogg-Briand Pact from 1928 to 29. Briand, a French statesman, proposed the pact with the USA to outlaw war between the nations. The U.S. proposed broadening the pact to include all nations. The Kellogg-Briand Pact was signed by over 60 nations and came into effect in 1929. The pact renounced war and committed to settling conflicts peacefully. The pact ended up being ineffective. The Young Plan in 1929. The U.S. realized Germany couldn't afford full annual reparations and American loan interests. American banker Owen Young formed an international committee to revise reparations. The Young Plan outcomes were German reparations reduced from $6.6 billion to $2 billion and dismantled international control. The plan marked a change in French policy because they accepted reduced reparations. The Young Plan acceptance was mostly because of U.S. pressure. France. France accepted the Dawes Plan and relations with Germany improved. France remained wary of Germany's intentions and worried about national security despite improvements. France formed alliances with Poland, Czechoslovakia, Romania, and Yugoslavia. These were known as the Little Entente. France and Russian relations remained strained. Britain. Britain remained suspicious of the USSR's communist government and its ties with Germany. Britain established diplomatic relations with the Bolshevik government in 1921. Fear of Soviet support for independence movements in India led to a break in diplomatic ties. Diplomatic relations were restored in 1929. The USA. The U.S. appeared isolationist by staying out of the League of Nations and staying out of alliances. The U.S. influenced global affairs through trade and investment. American foreign trade and investment grew in 1920. The U.S. provided loans to Germany through plans like the Dawes Plan. Germany accepted the conditions of the Treaty of Versailles by acknowledging reparations and guaranteeing borders with France and Germany. Germany was admitted into the League of Nations in 1926 as a permanent member of the Council. USSR. The USSR remained largely isolated during 1920s. Britain, France, and Italy restored diplomatic relations with the USSR by 1924, recognizing the Bolshevik government. Fear of communism persisted. The U.S. didn't establish diplomatic relations with the USSR until 1933. That was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!